Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among towering mountains, lived a young man named Marco. At just 24, Marco was always restless. His mind was like a busy marketplace, constantly buzzing with thoughts. Day in and day out, these thoughts would come and go, leaving him feeling drained and uneasy. He found himself dwelling on past sorrows and worrying endlessly about the future. His mind was a storm, and because of it, he couldn't find a moment of calm, couldn't sleep well, and had even forgotten how to smile. One day, Marco heard whispers of a wise old man living in a distant hill village. This man, once a renowned psychologist in the bustling city, had helped countless people find mental peace. Now in his old age, he had traded the city's chaos for the quiet embrace of nature. Though he lived a simple life, he would sometimes offer his wisdom to visitors. A spark of hope ignited within Marco. Maybe, he thought, this wise man can finally help me find the peace I'm searching for. Driven by this newfound hope, Marco embarked on a long and tiring journey. After many days, he finally reached a village in the hills. There, he found a small, green-covered house. On the porch, an old man sat quietly with his eyes closed, radiating an aura of complete tranquility. Marco approached him cautiously and said softly, "Sir, my mind is in turmoil. I can't stop my thoughts, and I yearn for peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes, a gentle, knowing smile gracing his lips. "So, you seek peace?" he said. "Come with me. I have a small task for you." He led Marco to a small yard and filled a glass with water, right to the very brim. It was so full that the slightest tremor would cause it to spill. He handed the glass to Marco and said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and back. But remember, not a single drop of water must be spilled." Marco, though surprised, was determined to succeed. He accepted the challenge, holding the glass with extreme care as he began his walk. The village path was narrow and bustling. People were walking, children were running, shopkeepers were shouting their wares, and dogs were barking. But Marco saw none of it. His entire focus was fixed on the glass in his hands. He walked slowly, deliberately, placing one foot carefully in front of the other. People glanced at him, curious, but they seemed to understand he was on an important mission and didn't disturb him. Finally, Marco returned to the old man, a triumphant look on his face. "Sir, I've done it. I didn't spill a single drop." The old man nodded and smiled. "That's wonderful," he said. "But tell me, did you see the children playing by the road? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked puzzled. "No," he replied. "I saw and heard nothing. My entire focus was on the glass." The old man's smile widened. "And that," he said gently, "is the secret. It's something that was always within you. When your mind is fully engaged in the present moment, there is no room for fear, no space for confusion or stray thoughts. You are focused only on the water in the glass. In that moment, your mind became completely still. You weren't sad about the past or worried about the future." Slowly, the realization dawned on Marco. This was the peace he had been searching for. Peace isn't something you find somewhere out there. It's already inside us, waiting to be uncovered when we live fully in the present. Bowing his head, Marco said softly, "Now I understand. To quiet my mind, I must keep my attention in this very moment. That is where true peace lies." As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden glow, Marco started his journey home. But he was no longer the restless young man who had arrived. He carried a newfound stillness within him, for he now held the key to calming the storm in his mind. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories just like this one. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay well and be peaceful.